Hi everyone, it's Cherryenchantress. I'm here with another pick a card reading, and this time we're going to talk about traveling. So generally it's about long distance and possible travel destinations, dreaming of far off places, visualizing it, seeing what might come to you through these readings. This is going to be very general reading, of course. It's hard to interpret, people's dreams and thoughts and things through the reading. So the best thing you can do is take whatever messages come to you, right, through each pile. So you definitely can pick more than one pile and let your imagination run wild. Let your visualization soar. A lot of us going through times where travel doesn't seem as likely or as easy, and so we're all looking forward to those times in the future where we'll be able to commune again and travel again and be tourists and enjoy each other's company and enjoy the world together. So let's start practice visualizing it now, okay? So we have 3 piles, 1, 2, and 3. Pile 1 is this elephant. I like elephants kind of. This one particular is really pretty. Makes me think of, let me see if I can get it zoomed in. It's not wanting to. Let me see. There you go. I just have to tap it. Now I remember what I'm supposed to do to let it zoom in. Anyway, it's not that important that it's zoomed in, but I just like sharing this with you. It's so sparkly, and it does have a very Indian feeling to it. All right, and then pile number 2 is France and the Eiffel Tower. So that could be a place where you're interested in heading to. Even if it's not, it doesn't matter. You'll pick whatever pile you're drawn to, you're connected to. Each pile has a postcard in it as well. So it could be a postcard you're sending or receiving, or it could be the place that you plan to visit soon, or that you're saving up to visit in the future when you can. Third pile here is the giraffe, which is also very pretty. These, I think all 3 of them were given to me by Genevieve. God bless Genevieve. Anyway, so sparkly. And this kind of makes me think of Africa and other places like that. Also, it makes me think of my daughters always had an affinity for giraffes, and she had a t-shirt she wore that said tall and beautiful, and that's how I always saw her, as my tall and beautiful girl. So if that's how you resonate with it, then that's a good way to resonate with the giraffe. But like I said, you can pick any pile, not by the object, but necessarily, but by the feeling. All right. Okay, let's just relax. Take a deep breath in. Close your eyes. Release your breath. Open your eyes and let them go to the pile that's drawn to you, that you're drawn to. And you can use whatever's the hottest, whatever feels right, or just go with all 3 of them. Let's begin. Okay, here's pile 1 with the elephant charm. Let's just stick it in the charms. Let's see what you got. I think I'll start with the postcard. So you have Central Park. Now, you may actually live in New York and dream of getting out of New York, but this is definitely a destination and a place that a lot of people like to head towards. I enjoy Central Park very much and everything in New York, and I like to visit my brother. So this could be, you could take it any way you want to. I definitely see maybe your future destinations may be more urban, maybe more city life, lights and buildings and things like that, bridges maybe, and maybe even, it also kind of reminds me of San Antonio's Riverwalk, so it could be something like that as well. All right, now I'm borrowing these cards from my daughter. They are the Enchanted Map cards, and you've got the magical shapeshifter. You got 2, and the golden palace. So I'll let you know what these are all about. The magical shapeshifter is, so I feel like your next destination may involve a person of interest. This one is saying spirit orchestrates everyone's destiny. When the magical map shifter card arrives, it comes with a mission to make you aware of the people who come into your life to impact your personal growth. Perhaps you may meet a soulmate whose presence invites you to be the best you that you can be, or someone who leads you out of difficulty and into a place of safety or success. Pay attention to those individuals who cross your path and cause you to reflect on your journey. Be awake, aware, and you'll recognize them for the important change agents they are. Your whole perspective about you, who you are, and why you're here will shift. The magical map shifter always initiates you into a better version of yourself. That's really good. And then we have this beautiful palace. The golden palace is saying there's always enough. This represents good fortune, ambitions, fulfilled wealth, and prosperity. It also indicates emotional fulfillment. Maybe you're entering a time of happiness that's long overdue, and maybe with your soulmate. And maybe this is a trip or journey towards them. The message here is that self-worth isn't measured by what you have, no matter how abundant your life is. Instead, it comes from what you are, how authentically you're living your life, and how much love you're willing to share. Granted, receiving this card does indicate material gain and furthering of tangible rewards, but things come and go, and knowing your true value leads to even greater riches now, so share their wealth. And then your tarot from the Illuminati Tarot, we have the Hermit. That doesn't look like anything with another person, but I feel like maybe a lone adventure could cause you to find your person. So this is kind of like getting away off on your own, having maybe a magical self-retreat, maybe in some kind of beautiful snowy mountain escape kind of feeling is what could happen. One of the things that could happen. I think this doesn't necessarily have to be the same experience, but you do have the snowy mountain back here and back there, but you have this lush garden in the front, so that could represent that you will find your soulmate or twin flame on this journey, on this trip, this travel destination you've been thinking of. And this kind of has a Garden of Eden feeling to it. So think about something like that is reminiscent of Garden of Eden, because we have more of that in here with the Seven of Pentacles. It's lush growth, things growing, fruits and vegetables and flowers, just very lush and beautiful, and things growing. It could be some kind of Asian garden, even somewhere in Asia possibly. And then here we have like a festival, some kind of celebration. The Three of Cups often represents a tryst or a rendezvous, so it could be a secret getaway with somebody, but it could also represent, staircases and like those lanterns. I'm seeing the floating lanterns in the water, and I see like the Chinese New Year, like how it's decorated with lanterns, festivity, bright colors, cheer. It could represent, like these two kind of represent Asia, but there is, like, New York has pretty much everything you can ask for in New York. Even if you go upstate New York, you can find a cold mountain, I'm sure, at least a cold hill. We did go, I went sledding down the snow covered hill, like for the first time in my life, was in Central Park. Actually, it wasn't quite Central Park, it was Park Slope, but close enough. Anyway, but I'm seeing, there is the potential in New York. They have a little Chinatown, so that's someplace. It's just like you can explore city, and you can explore also more natural places within the same city. So if some of you who are living already in New York could have staycations, a staycation where you might meet your twin flame or your soulmate, or you already know them and you plan this outing together, something like that. All right, let's see what your charms have to say. Let's see. I'm going to call this my Illuminati bowl. It's like the reason why they call this Illuminati, by the way, just in case you were worried about it, is that it represents stained glass windows, how the light illuminates through stained glass window. That was the effect that the artist was trying to get. Let's see what we got. I got an itchy nose is what I got. All right, so there's going to be some communication coming up for you, like texting, things like that, emails maybe. Your beautiful, deep, loving nature here. Oh, itchy nose. What's this itchy nose about? And then we've got Tinkerbell, who's she's all about pixie dust and magic things happening. You got a lot of words here, so let's look at all your words. You got kiss, smile, sure, USA, color, true. I had rain here. I was hoping that the rain would keep going so it would be nice and ASMR for you, but something that maybe you were dreaming of in 2019 that you had to put on hold, but your dreams will come true. Your wishes will come true. Everything will come true, and because the genie's here for you. You have the marble that I designate to represent Earth. So it could be this, for some of you, could represent the 3D union with your person, or just exploring the earth, or something having to do with Earth Day or Earth conservation or something like that. You have Billy Idol, so there could be somebody that you really like involved in the situation. Like you got the fortune cookie, that means I'll have to get those fortune cookies out. Ooh, there's a chance very soon that you could be doing some traveling around Halloween time. Or somebody's name is Jack, like Jack-o'-lantern. You've got Saint Margaret helping you out. You got the angels on your side. You got the letter J. I think that's J. Steamboat, maybe a possible cruise or water boats or something kind of destination, or somebody coming to visit you instead of you having to visit them. But artistic, and a very artistic situation. Yeah, it really could be happening during football season, or the person you're thinking of has sort of a football physique. Trust, you've got two moons. Wow, there's a lot of dreaming going on here. I just feel like the manifesting is working really well, and your dreams are going to come into reality sooner than later. You have a lot of ambition too, like the goat. You're climbing the mountain, and this little guy, whatever it is kind of like my little tattoo guy. He's neither zebra nor giraffe nor anything that I can figure out, but somebody that's unusual, has an unusual complexion, skin, tattoos, vitiligo. Like, I don't know, like just something unusual about their skin that stands out a little bit, but it's beautiful. It's nothing that you're not attracted to. The dinosaur to me talks about like knowing each other for a long time, or knowing each other in a past life, or somebody could be significantly older than the other one. And then we have Cancer here, which is this is talking about imagination. So imaginative. I think there might be a lot of imagination going on here first before you actually embark on this event. But once you've got the plan in place, it's going to be really beautiful and exciting. All right, let's go. Let me go get your fortune cookies. All right, let's see. We have some fortune cookie music going on. Let's see what your fortune cookie has to say. That'd be good if it said travel. I'm going to shuffle off camera because I'd bump into the camera if I... But you heard it, right? And now I'll shuffle in front of the camera. Let's see what flies out. Let's see what flies out. Ooh. Laugh out loud. Something makes you laugh. Something funny. I like this place too. Like, what is this? This kind of looks like some kind of Viking. Maybe it's interesting. See from a new perspective. So I like that. That's very sweet. That's kind of like not taking things too seriously, looking things in a different way, lightening up a little bit, enjoying, the dreams, dreaming it up, imagining it, and then bring it to being. Part of manifesting, manifesting doesn't have to be so serious all the time. You can have a good time manifesting, and sometimes maybe take a break from manifesting and just watch a funny movie or enjoy, favorite pastime or whatever, play games, whatever it takes, to change it up. And maybe this destination that you're going on will put you in a new perspective and make you feel very joyful and feel like laughing. Okay, well, I hope you like that. I'm going to shout out my members real quick before I move on. If you're interested in joining, feel free to click that join button, and then you can see how it works, all the tiers that are available. If you like a private reading, you can check down in my description box for my email address. So in my Etsy shop, things are kind of, I've only got 2, so get them while they're hot. I only have 2 of the Enchanted Embrace decks left, and everything else is sold out temporarily until I can restock. So I'm sorry about that. Have patience with me. It's just, it's just a combination of, things shipping and whatever, just your usual bureaucracy that it just got put on hold for a little bit, but it will all be operational again in no time. So, but appreciate all of those of you who have been interested in my products, and I just completed a new one, so I'm so excited. I'm gonna order that and see how it looks, and then put that into the shop too. All right, so here's my platinum pixies is Amira Deshawn, Lupici, Cheryl Borelli. My golden fairies, Curly Girl and Ritz. My Fool of Faithers, Anastasia Red, Rosie, Baby Gift, Mary Joy, Andrea. My Sparkles of Light, Caitlin, Maya, Brian, Ariella, Jessie, Cecilia, and Mystic Mountain Dance. Thank you, everybody, and I'm going to move on to the next. I had a really fun time Friday night live. Doing the freebie Friday, so try to catch another freebie Friday, but I should be coming on again Tuesday nights to do a little to do my usual super chats, possibly. I always say maybe because I never, it's not like I want something else to come up, but sometimes things come up, family stuff. So anyway, I'm moving on to the next. Okay, and here's pile number 2 with the Eiffel Tower. I'm going to go ahead and put this in the bucket. All right, and let's take a look and see. We will go with your postcard first. So you have the Colosseum, the Leaning Tower of Pisa. Why did I say that? The Leaning Tower of Pisa in Italy. So that is definitely would be a great place to visit, especially if you have Italian heritage or people in Italy. Some of you may be living in Italy and want to leave Italy, which is perfectly fine. Come visit me, Yes, buongiorno. Anyway, so I feel like your destination will also have to do with possible large buildings. Your situation is going to be more about the architecture, It could, and I think it has to, your situation will have to do a lot with wonderment, like, whoa, wherever you go, you're going to look around and say, whoa, look at that, and you may or may not do this alone, but you might want to have kind of a witness with you, somebody who can get excited with you as you look around. All right, so these I borrowed from my daughter. They're the deck that's called the Enchanted Map Oracle. So you got Field of Dreams and Spirit of Place, both very interesting. All right, so let's see what Field of Dreams and Spirit of Place is about. Spirit of Dreams it's that saying that your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs are always engaging the vast field of pure potential. I feel like this deck might, or this pile might be a lot more of the astral travelers than the physical travelers, but just like the first pile, if you can dream it, you can believe it, and if you believe it, you can achieve it. That's a saying that my sister always had on her wall. This is the perfect time to harness the field of vast potential not yet realized in your life. Great abundance is yours if you're willing to do the work alongside the gentle gardener. Be clear about your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs. Concentrate on your best life regardless of the temporary outer conditions imposed upon you by the greater world, which has its own story to tell. You have a basket full of seeds that are quite powerful. Your talents are divinely inspired and will indeed lead to a great harvest to be shared with others. You will reap what you have sown. Dream big, dream beautiful, take action, and tend the garden of your life and experience the extraordinary. Ties in a little bit with pile 1, which had in the tarot, it looked like the Garden of Eden where the lovers were residing. All right, the Spirit of Place is, let's see, what number is this? Oh, 4. So the Spirit of Place, when we get to the Spirit of Place, it's kind of almost like going within, just kind of like the Field of Dreams was hinting that too. Authenticity is the essence of power. Our ancient ancestors believed that every place has a spirit looking after it or embodying it. That's weird. I had a little flash. I don't know if you saw it as soon as I said ancestors. So maybe I should take a moment to say hello, ancestors. Just as we have a soul, the plants, the trees, this is a little like Mulan, that song about the colors of the wind. We all are connected, we have a soul. The plants, the trees, the birds, the mountains, and the rivers, they have their own essences. Everything does. When the Spirit of Place arrives in your reading, that's a good omen. You got the airplane overhead. It says that the answer to your query is in the overarching theme of your circumstances. Is your question about a struggle? The answer is to relax and let go of your need to control the situation. If your inquiry relates to finding love, then embody love rather than long for it. Once you find the essential truth that underlies your question and then name it, you'll discover the answer you've been seeking. Your greatest power is your authenticity. It reminds me a little bit of Dorothy, who was traveling to Oz, basically, to find the wizard, right? As that's where she thought she was going to find the answers. She had this long winding road to finally get there, to figure things out. She had her ruby slippers on. She wasn't even noticing they're so pretty and everything, and they must be powerful because the witch wanted them and everything, but she wasn't paying much attention to what she owned, what she was holding to herself. She had all her friends around her who all had this quest, a similar quest as she did. And then once she got there, she realized there's no place like home. And she had all the power within her. She has all the power within her, just like you have all the power within you. All right, so let's see what your tarot has to say. You have You have the Four of Swords. See, that's what I'm thinking. Maybe astral, dream world. You can dream it into being, though, you know. You have the Queen of Wands. And she's just, you know, a very, she could be a fire sign out there, passionate, warm, loving woman that owns a black cat, or there's black cats around her. It made me think of Melanie, because she's a Sagittarius with the visiting black cat that hangs around her all the time. I also have visiting black cats, and my familiar is a black cat, Dobby, who passed away. So somebody might be related. But I think this is a nice couple here. So the Queen of Wands is mystical. She's a mystical black cat woman. And the King of Swords he's kind of like the authentic man, the virile man, the Renaissance man. He does definitely look like he's like Shakespearean, or he's about to go into a joust, or like somebody that you'll see on a throne at a Renaissance festival or something. At least that's the way our Renaissance festival king looks like here in Texas. So you might go someplace you never even imagined that you would go to, like, because in this day and age, you know, a lot of our choices will depend upon what's actually open. Is there anything to see? What can we do? Some places are closed, and some places aren't. You don't have the tourist options that you used to. Some places you have to quarantine when you arrive and things like that. There's all these kind of little rules now, if you're planning to do something in the near future. If you're planning on something in the far future, then being in the dream state and planning and imagining and coming up with some ideas, that's a good way to start. But hey, you know, the Renaissance Festival is about to start in Texas, so you might take a road trip or something like that to a place that has some unusual, like, you know, cultural sites within their little community. I can see that happening. But then we also have the Three of Pentacles. So I'm seeing, you know, just like we had architecture, I'm seeing buildings, stained glass windows, chapels. Oh, the Chapel of Mirrors in New York State is right side of New York City. Is really beautiful. You might find a place like that within your own town, or in a nearby state, or near enough that you won't have to go too far. But I think your destination could have to do something with maybe with some kind of architecture or unusual place that you never thought you would visit before. And we also have kind of an Asian feeling here, so, you know, it could be bigger and broader, like Asia. I see windows and arches, though, you know, like churches and things like that too. So, but I definitely also see, you know, astral travel, dream world again in this pile as well. And a connection here of two people. They may not be physically connected, but it even feels like a possible connection of in time, you know, in dimensions. Different dimensions are connecting here. All right, let's see what your charms have to say. Okay. I don't like, do I really want that many? Okay, I guess so. Alright, so first of all, I see Tinkerbell. She's about pixie dust, like that final magical ingredient to make these things happen, you know. It takes a lot of effort sometimes in planning and logical thinking and a logical strategizing your travel plans, but some of it is just pure plain magic. Ooh, and it could be very well Disney World or Disneyland. Didn't think about that before. You've got the magic, the crystal ball. I feel like you're seeing you're seeing into the future. It's like you've already seen it, like you know what's going to happen. You pretty know for sure. Oh, and we're talking about windows. Here's another stained glass window. It's like you're really seeing it. You see it happening, but you see it before it happens. And here we go, have a house. So like I said, it could be an indoor, it could be an astral travel in your own home, staycation, or you could be visiting a building of some sort that has really interesting architecture, or it's like small and quaint and unusual, or something quirky about it. It could be just a date night, some kind of nice time with the person that you're thinking about. You have the number 7 and you have an airplane, so you got good luck. Is that the second airplane that we've had? Here's a bunch of words though. Smile, world, have, week. Something within the week. China, maybe your husband, wife, or somebody that you already know, that you're already with, that you might travel with. An idea. Name, we'll do the Scrabble. Sweet, hug, hope. Cool. And so yeah, it could be during cool weather. You've got the Scrooge here that could indicate Christmas time, or dealing with the person who is crusty on the outside but sweet in the inside. Somebody that's going through kind of a learning lessons. Ghosts, maybe a ghost thing. I don't know why that popped in my head, but the Scrooge was visited by ghosts, past, present, and future. You've got the Hamsa hand, you're safe, everything is well. You've got is this Mary Magdalene? Yes, Mary Magdalene on her knees. Forgiveness. You get the tree, so roots and branches. See, you can definitely travel from your own home. Like when you meditate, it's like you melt into your chair or bed or whatever, wherever you're sitting or laying. And that's like your roots. So you're keeping connected, your body's connected, but you're branching, you're floating up, like your spirit's floating, like the leaves of the branches of a tree. Yeah, so it looks like leaves, they're kind of like giving you clues. And you got music here, and 30, possible 30. There could be something about your kids. Maybe you have children and you can take them with you, or somebody you meet, you'll have kids, or maybe you'll have kids with somebody. But children, maybe a vacation geared towards children, or more kind of a lighthearted fun, that thing that kids would like too, or might see kids there, something like that. But anyway, we have the initials S, J, and A, if that helps. Okay, well, I hope you like that, guys. This one looks almost like the first one, except I feel like the leaning is a little bit more towards architecture, the place that you go to, like the building, not so much the location of the building, but the actual, like, the building. It could be small, it could be big, it could be in your backyard, it could be a tent, it could be down the street, it could be way across in another country, or you could kind of have astral projection, or travel to it in your dreams, or past life hypnosis, or whatever. It's going to be something really interesting coming up for you guys. So before I move on, I'm just going to say hello to all my subscribers. Hello, hugs. And hello, visitors. Welcome. Thanks for stopping by. And I'm going to shout out now all my members. And if you need a private reading, check out the information box. No wait right now, and I can send you a price list plus an how-to if you just email me your question. Also, remember, those of you who are members, to get into your question, Patrons as well. So, I gotta write down my Patrons so I can shout them out. Thank you guys so much. I am completed. I can't believe it. I almost feel like I'm in a dream. I've completed my Oracle deck, finally, my second edition of the Fairy Forecast. So there's a few hints to it on my Patreon page if you want to go check it out. And soon I will be making an order and and then, you know, checking it over, and y'all can see that and see how it looks. All right, so I'm going to shout out my patrons. My members have little tiers like Platinum Pixie, Amira Deshawn, Lupe C, Mary Doyle, and Cheryl. The Golden Fairies are Curly Girl and Ritz, and the Fool of Faithers are Anastasia, Red, Rosie, Baby Gift, Mary Joy, and Andrea. My Sparkles of Light are Caitlin, Maya, Brian, Ariella, Jessie, Cecilia, and Mystic. And Sparkles of Light, you're just $2 a month, which is, you know, more than $0 a month. It's such a help, and I appreciate it. And if you like, you can email me for a little oracle reading, you know, just kind of get an energy whenever you feel like it. Or you can, or those of you who are golden fairies and above can always also add an extra oracle reading onto your reading. All right, I'm going to move on to the next. And last but not least, we have this cute giraffe, sparkly giraffe. Let me get it nice and zoomed in for you. There we go. Hello, giraffe. I'm going to put that in the charm bucket. All right, so let's see what is your destination? You know, where are you dreaming of going? And if this isn't where you're dreaming of going, maybe this will give you a clue what you should be dreaming of. So let's see. We've got the Eiffel Tower. This is in France. I like this. We've got some lovers here and an old-fashioned car. These are really cute postcards. Postcards from the edge. Just no nondescript postcards. They're old-fashioned ones I like. All right, and also to go with them, we have some cards from the deck called the Enchanted Map, which is a deck that I got my daughter a long time ago, but just been sitting there, and I just borrowed it this today. Hi, Sierra, in case you're watching. She might be watching this pile because it has giraffes. She's my tall and my beautiful. So look, you've got Come Together and Magic Stream. So let's see what these two have to say. The Come Together looks definitely like lovers coming together, going on this trip together, or meeting each other and then coming together. All right, and so it's saying love needs to be shared. Love needs to be expressed. Drawing the Come Together card is a sign that you're on the path to discover the nature of this emotion in all its forms of expression: romantic, familial, unconditional, spiritual. In each instance, there is another being involved. Love involves a give and take between you and a significant other, a relative, a friend, an animal, and or spirit. This card assures you that love has come calling and seeks a partner in its dance. Know that you are cherished. Like a magnet, you are attracting love into your life. This is the time for harmonious and caring partnerships. Oh, it's so sweet. Aww. So if you are already involved with somebody, you might be taking a joint trip together to some place special. That doesn't have to be France, but it could be. Or you could be going to, you know what? I don't know what movie it was in. One of those Chevy Chase movies, maybe. But anyway, they went to a putt-putt place, a very fancy, or they created a putt-putt place of the 8 wonders of the world. 7 wonders? I think I've always believed there was 8 wonders because people were always joking around that the Houston Astrodome was the 8th wonder. Anyway, so the wonders of the world anyway. And so you had to putt through the different wonders of the world, and the Eiffel Tower was one of them. And you want to know how I'm feeling? Let me show you. Let's see, how am I feeling? It's kind of glowing a sort of turquoise green right now. This means balanced, calm, and relaxed. Me calm? That's crazy talk. So, yeah. Some of you might be meeting somebody for the first time. Some of you might be, meeting somebody when you travel. All kinds of possibilities here. So that's kind of exciting. So then the next one, which is the Magic Stream, You could be like falling in love underneath a waterfall or something, or kissing under a waterfall. Wouldn't that be lovely? Every day is connected through the universal flow of consciousness. Every experience you have seems to have its own life story, with a beginning, a middle, and eventually an end. However, there is a danger of seeing events as separate from one another, since in fact they are all part of the continuity and greater evolution. It's like today's yesterday's tomorrow. It's all kind of one. When you try to manifest something, that's the best way, one of the best ways to look at it. Like, you keep thinking that this thing that you're manifesting is somewhere way off in the future, then it's going to always be somewhere way off in the future. And what is future anyway? Future is now, because they're all past, present, and future are all now. Time is a little weird thing, but that kind of, to me, explains it in a nutshell. So explore these feelings. When you're, maybe you need to be in go back to pile 2 and see about manifesting and meditation, or pile 1, which is dreaming it into reality. But I feel like either, or maybe you've done those things and you're bringing it into reality now. So like an ever-flowing magic stream, your experiences filter through the whole world, one leading into another, informing and influencing still more. Inspiration, invention, and revelations rarely come to just one person. The collective awareness is shared storehouse of potential. When you remember you are part of the fluid continuity of life, you become a channel for great inspiration. Allow the magic to flow through you and carry your dreams into reality. Your success will benefit many. So just remember, whatever you do, you're helping others, especially if you're, a lot of you who are tied into a twin flame situation already sense this. Or those of you who just plain have twin brothers and sisters, you know what that's like, to feel connected spiritually to somebody else and completing their sentences sometimes, and feeling their feelings even if you're not even living together across the distance. Sometimes mother and children feel these connections as well, and fathers too, but generally, it's like it's the motherly intuition, mother instinct. Sometimes when a child gets hurt, the mother feels it, things like that. So those are examples of how we feel each other from a distance. And I feel like we all can connect and relate like that, and we're all tied into the earth as well. Although, and that can go back to the astral projection way of traveling if you want to do that. Or you can have a good time and find a beautiful, peaceful place for you and your person. I think this could mean that you might meet your person by a stream if you are just newly meeting somebody. Here we have the Ace of Wands. Well, the Ace of Wands is very passionate, exciting. It's like beginning things and having an adventure. And I think this is kind of like depicting the Taj Mahal, which is in India. So that could be a place that you're interested in. Someplace where there's mountains, or someplace very exotic, or you might dream of these places. Let's see what else. We also have the Prince of Cups and the Princess of Cups. And here we go again, like the perfect couple, the twin flames, the soulmates here. The perfect soulmates of water. So they could be both, you and your person could be both water signs. This gives me a very Nordic feeling because of the blonde people and the cool colors, but it doesn't have to be. It could be. I'm sensing a possible cruise here, though, because of all the water involved, but definitely possibly meeting somebody or traveling with somebody in a place where there's water, either by sea or a beautiful place where there's a water, for Hawaii or someplace like that even. But I'm sensing, I'm feeling cold. I'm a little bit of cold, but it doesn't have to be. I mean, there's just like a lot of sensations going on at once. And then finally we have the Six of Swords, which also can indicate boat travel, cruises, things like that. I just, when I was meditating over this, I saw Norwegian Cruise Line. And yeah, some kind of travel by the sea. Yeah. All right, so let's see what your what I was just gonna say, let's see what your twin flame looks like. Let's see what your charms have to say. Maybe it'll come out in the charms. That's funny. Let's see what your twin flame looks like. Okay. Okay, let's check it out. All right, so, oh, dang it. I forgot name. So we're going to have to do Scrabble for everybody again. So we got name and the world. I think Spirit does this on purpose so everybody can have Scrabble. So here you go, tour of the world, like big tour. This isn't just a, so, you know, you can tour, you can go across a lot of water or land. You can go across a lot of water on a cruise line and see many destinations on cruises. So that's real possible right there. Top hat, like formal, getting dressed up and stuff. You have the marble that I designate as meaning Jupiter, which is lucky. We've got the baby making babies here. We've got the Eiffel Tower, so there you go. Could be France. You know, came out twice. Came out as your postcard and in your charms. You definitely could be a twin flame with the two peas in the pod. You know, the two yolks, double yoked. This is kind of like what the babies look like in the mommy's tummy. It's like, you know, it's two beings in one place, you know, one source. You have the red thread between you. You're constantly tied together. Sing a good song. Pisces, water, ambition, fame, fortune, finances. You've got Tinkerbell. It could be a Disney cruise line. You've got hope, an idea, and it could be as short as a little bike ride. I mean, bike rides are fun too. And I've known people who've done bike rides from one province to another, you know, it's like, and one city to another. Like I did the MS 150, which was for multiple sclerosis, 150 miles from Houston to Austin, which it takes 2 days to do, and sometimes it's canceled because of rain. Well, the first day was canceled because of rain, but I still did the second day. I mean, that was exciting, and it was a great adventure. All right, and so here's name again, saying, you forgot, time to do Scrabble, and happy. Ooh, you could go like to California and have a wine tasting situation, something like that. Oh, and also you got, oh, the smiley face. You're going to be really, really, really happy. It's like crazy happiness. Why does this have that's interesting. It's got a hole in the cheek, like it's got a dimple. Maybe this is a dimple girl, like me, with love in her eyes. Huh, how cute. And then you've got the divine masculine with the unicorn here. So yeah, lots of good symbols here. So all right, I'm going to put these up so I can pull out my plate and we can do Scrabble for all. So this is the end of your reading, you guys. I hope you liked it. I'm going to move on to Scrabble for you and for pile number 2, right? And then I'll do my shout outs. And thank you for stopping by. All right, let's take a look. What is your Scrabble? Scrabble messages. Maybe we can find cities and states and destinations. Let's play Scrabble. It's saying no, let's not play Scrabble. maybe have Los Angeles. Said. Ooh. Ooh, well, guess what I see? I see fiance. Somebody might be getting married or engaged on their next travel. Don't lose your fiance. You've got wed. OJ, like orange juice. Let's see, do we have my name in here? Let's see, this is my real first name. Let's see if I can spell it. Oh, my name's here, y'all. That's rare. I never see my name, my whole name. Jean is your fiance. Somebody marry me. There we go. And yeah, I pronounced my name Jean, so that's kind of interesting too that we got 2 Eiffel Towers because French related things, French names. We have hugs and kisses. You know, we have like rivers and ooh, we do have rivers. Oh, we only have another R. Almost. But we have Rio in Espanol, or Rio de Janeiro. Rio de Janeiro might be here. I don't know how to spell it. Is it Janeiro? Yeah, with a J. Possibly. Ooh. Ooh, I see owl. I see old. An old owl. Do we have a vision here? I bet we do. So if you can dream it, you can believe it. Oh, not enough. Not another eye. Ooh, let's see. Do we have France? I think we have France. France. Nice. We also have Joan, if you spell it like that. Joan. Doe. Do we have John Doe? John Doe. John Doe could be a person's name. That'd be funny. We also have Jane Doe. And we have 2 AAs. This is fun. All right, guys, I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this, but, you know, I wonder what Q could spell for us. Anyway, there you go, guys. So you can screenshot that and play with your letters all day long for both pile 2 and 3 and 1. Of course, everybody can share in the Scrabble. Today is sharing the Scrabble day. And if you guys are interested, maybe I'll have a Scrabble night instead. We can have Tuesday night Scrabble night. That would be fun because I really like Scrabble. It's fun. All right, so we will do a super chat Scrabble super chat. Who knows? All right, everybody. Well, I hope you like that. I'm going to shout out my members. Check out my description box for ways to find me. Sorry, my Etsy shop is slightly empty. I am going to put out a new order fairly soon. I just got paid by by YouTube. It takes me a little while, and but I do have a new deck coming out, so I'm very excited about that. The new deck coming out, everybody. All right, so my members have these tiers. The Platinum Pixie tier, Amira Deshawn and Lupici, Mary Doyle, and Cheryl Borelli belong to that. My Golden Fairy tier belongs to Curly Girl and Ritz. My Fool of Faithers are Anastasia, Red, Rosie, Baby Gift, Mary Joy, and Andrea. And my Sparkles of Light are Caitlin, Maya, Brian, Ariella, Jessie, Cecilia, and Mystic Mountain Dance. So thank you all for joining me on this fun adventure of long distance travel destinations, and I will see you next time. Faith, trust, and pixie dust.